Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? This is episode number 2 of 2. Sometimes that makes no sense. It's 1 of 1. It's like when you get box checks. It's been a while since I've got a box of checks, but you'd get like when they'd have those deals and you get 4 boxes of checks, and it'd be box 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, and 4 of 4 was always like a few days late, but it got there. Have you ever been in a sauna? Do you ever do the hot and cold in the shower? It is a thing. It is a thing. So the resort we go to, well, we camp at, has a sauna. It has had a sauna since I've been going there. And I went there when I was 15 years old with my husband when he was also 15. Went with the family down to this really cool resort. And they had a sauna in there. And I had never been in one. And it was really kind of cool. But my kids have been getting sucked into this sauna routine. And so my oldest son, when his cousin would come down, they would, hit the sauna at like 9 o'clock at night. Well, you sit in there till you have a hard time breathing, or you're just and then you run and jump on the lake. It's like a reboot to their system. I haven't done it this year yet, but I know it's very, very good for you. There was actually a time where my voodoo doctor was having me, if I took a shower, right? And I take hot showers. I like hot showers. He'd be like, turn it to cold for 30 seconds. Well, hello. Like, if you're not awake now, you are awake after that, let me tell you. But it's really good. It has to do with, I don't know if it has to do with the electronic waves around you, or I don't know. I don't remember, guys, what the heck the reason is for it. But he actually does it. He says if he doesn't do it at least once a week, he gets cranky. Which is funny, because I can't imagine him cranky, but I guess his family does. And tells him he gets cranky. So my youngest son got into the habit this last week, when we were gone, into going into the sauna and then jumping into the lake, and then going back into the sauna and jumping into the lake. That was really cool, and I'm really glad, because I just think it does, I know it does something. I'll have to look it up, you guys. But do you ever do that? Like, because you can do it, I don't think the steam room, because like at our local pool, they have a steam room and then jump into the, you can jump into the cold water of the pool. But I don't think it's quite the same thing. I don't think they work on the same, maybe similar frequencies, similar benefits, but I don't think they're the same. I think there's more to it. So I will have to look that up and let you know in this video. But, oh, this got long. But this is 2 of 2. This is the second video of the baby cupcake series. These are super cute. Super cute. These are how they're supposed to turn out. Not quite. Soaped a little high, soaped a little hard. You'll see the results. Don't do what I do, just learn from it. But anyways, 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. And let's go check out video number 2 of the baby cupcakes. Okay, and baby cupcakes recipe number 2. I know you can't see that, but I'm telling you, I'm starting my oils about 130 degrees. And it probably wasn't the best thing to do. I wanted it to set up, but I used to soap at 120 and it didn't bother me. So 130 was just a step up, to show you that you can accelerate the recipe on your own, but yeah. And the recipe itself is basically coconut, palm, tallow, olive, and castor. That's it. So, fragrance oil for this one. Did I tell you the fragrance for the other one? Yeah, I did. Okay, this one is basically a blend of strawberry fragrance oil and champagne from brambleberry fragrance oil. Okay. Just a blend of the 2. I love blending stuff with that champagne because it's just that sparkling. It's not the sweet, perry, fruity type. It's yeah. it's a different thing. But look at this setup, you guys. It is pretty toasty warm. And as you can see, it is setting up very, very fast compared to the other one. In fact, this actually accelerates faster than I thought it would. And I don't know what to blame on that. So, because these fragrance oils don't accelerate. Yeah, 122. That's how hot it is. Okay. Which, makes sense. It's thick. It's not that it hasn't saponified any faster than like if I had just poured another one. It's just set up thick, thick, thick. Like, you'd think this would be beautiful, but it's always something, you guys. It's always something, right? So what I do to combat this thickness is I am going to add a little water to it. But before I show you that, I will tell you it is Voodoo. That pink is Voodoo Mica from Mad Micas. And the next color is, what is that? Oh, Queen's Purple with a little bit of neon purple added. Because sometimes that just helps the purple stick, I have found. And then the other one is a Klein Blue, a beautiful Klein Blue with my major, or not my major one. They're all 6 ounces. They all have 6 ounces of batter in each. But my bigger bowl is going to be the dark navy blue. Okay, dark navy blue. And in looking at these, that dark navy blue looks almost black. I should have added a little more color to everything, but I'm basically adding another tablespoon of water to my batter. And you're like, why? Well, because it's too runny. I mean, it's it's not runny enough. And you can always add a little bit of water, you guys. I think my water ratio was 35%. Yeah, it was 35%. So, and I usually soap at 38. So in between there. So it's not like it was anything major, just adding a little water to make it a little more fluid. And hopefully because I knew where this was going, right? I've done this many times. I knew exactly where this was going if it wasn't going to be all nice and smooth and pretty. So I did the same thing as I did before. And like I said, I'm changing this up, so don't yell at me for using all the Saran wrap. I'm going to use not disposable. They're disposable, but they're, we talked about that. And I'm just going to use 4 of those and put my colors in there, or 3, or 2. I love striping roses, but that's another story. Painting the roses red. Okay, same situation. Putting a blop of color down the inside of the Saran wrap. I never thought to do this with like frosting, like cake frosting. I do this all the time, but I never do this for my cakes, which is hilarious. But anyway, so adding the 4 colors to the Saran wrap, and I'm not going to show you all that I did. I'm not going to waste all our time on you watching me plump these up. That's just, ridiculous. But anyway, so I have 4. And these little balls are melt and pour, my melt and pour. Okay? So I could probably C-pop this if I wanted to because of the amount of glycerin versus sugar syrup versus Everclear. Okay? It's a smaller ratio. But anyway, so we are going back to the bag, back to the, let's make a mess and see how bad this is. And then we start. And look, it is much thicker. Like I was like gonna plan on doing that and then waiting a while, but it was so beautifully thick and so smooth and easy to use that I was like, I can make my baby cupcakes very simply. I shouldn't have to wait, right? Those are not oozing. They are not falling. But we will have a problem here shortly. I'll wait and tell you about it. But these are more of the baby cupcakes I do. And I actually had a lot of icing, soap icing, left over, which is probably why I usually went with a 10-ounce batch instead of a 16-ounce batch of oils. But, you know, you saw the 16-ounce with the neon. I used that all up, but they were fat. They were so fat. And they're not really supposed to be that fat, but they're cute. They're super cute. They're just like chubby little babies. Like babies should be fat, right? I had a couple scrawny ones. One that didn't want to grow. But babies should be chubby and fat. But yeah, cupcakes should not. But they are. So whatever. But these are cute. They're turning out great. Like I was so pleased with these, right? So pleased. Till I got to my extra ones. And I'm going to show you a picture of one. And it starts to basically crack, which you can kind of see on that one it's doing. And it was the dark blue that did it the most. Maybe because he didn't have any oils. Like the other colors had oils. No, he had oil. I don't know what his problem was. No, now that I think about it. No, they all had the same. But he didn't want to, he was setting up way too fast. And as you can see, I have lots of little baby cupcakes and no problem putting those balls on at all. There is no shrinkage, no falling, no sloppiness to it at all. And then, of course, I have to sprinkle them with the Eco Glitter. There, yeah, you have to. You have to. You know, well, and that is part of the name. They are Stardust Baby Cupcakes. So, they just have to have the glitter. I'm sorry. So if you pick one up, guess what? You're going to leave with glitter. But I did spray them a little bit. I did put them in a box and wrapped them in a towel to keep them nice and warm. Here's the one that cracked. Do you see what I mean? It just breaks apart. But there you have it, the Stardust Baby Cupcakes. Cuter than cute. Oh my gosh, aren't they adorable? And so you see, the recipe does matter to a certain extent. But anyway, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for stopping by. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.